This is Mr. Witt with Fort Bend Tutoring, and today's tutorial is going to be about solving radical equations. Let's check it out. Here we have problem number 1. We have the square root of x minus 2 equals to 6. So the first thing you want to do in each of these problems, ladies and gentlemen, is isolate the radical on one side of the equal sign. So I'll be starting out by adding 2 to both sides of my equal sign here. My 2's will cancel out. I'll be bringing down the square root of x, which equals 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. From here, ladies and gentlemen, in order to get rid of this square root sign, remember that your index is 2 if you needed to know that. When converted, the square root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/2 power. So in order to get rid of that 1/2 power, I'll be squaring both sides or raising both sides by 2 in order to get rid of this square root sign. So it'll look just like this. I'll have the square root of x squared, and then whatever I do to one side of the equal sign, of course, I have to do to the other side to keep it balanced. So in other words, square both sides in order to get rid of that radical. On the left side, what happens is your square root and your square will cancel out to give you a value of x. And then on the right side, 8 squared is 64, and then, ladies and gentlemen, you'll need to make sure that this result works in the original problem, because there may be times when you end up with what is called an extraneous solution, meaning that you did everything algebraically correct except the value just won't work in the original problem. So to test this out, you'll always plug the value back into the original version of your equation. So by plugging in 64 for x, we'll end up with the square root of 64, which is 8, and then 8 minus 2 does indeed equal to positive 6. So this is our answer right here. All right, got a box around my answer, ladies and gentlemen. That's problem number 1.